This podcast isn't about perfection. It's about the process. And I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to show you what discipline really looks like. The shit that nobody really posts about. If you're looking for motivation, if you're looking for that savior, if you're looking for the perfect time to get started, then this isn't for you. However, if you are ready to take accountability and you're ready to take your game to the next level, then welcome to the Discipline Diaries. I'm your host, Coach Jess. I want to reflect. Why? Because a few days ago, November 5th, I turned 39 years old. And for anybody around that age, you probably know how I'm feeling, right? It's that kind of midlife crisis reflection. How many years do I really have left? What have I done? What have I accomplished? What have I made of myself? And I'll be honest with you, I haven't got to that peak, to that point that I want to. And I probably never will, to be honest. I'm always that guy who's always pushing and striving for more. It's a blessing, but it also is a curse. But at 39 years old, I haven't made the money that I want to make. I haven't received the amount of freedom, time back in my life that I would like to have. I haven't been able to bless and provide for others in my life like I truly want to. So I am still on the grind. I'm still on the hunt, man. And I can say too, though, that I am very blessed when I look back at it. I think about everything I've accomplished and everything I have. I'm a husband. I'm a father of four. I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm a student of the game, man. I'm always at it. I'm one of the most competitive people you will ever meet. Like, I will take MJ on one-on-one and expect to win. That's just who I am. I don't care if it's a state championship game or it's pencil break. I plan to win. I go hard at everything I do. It's the only way I know. And that mindset shift happened for me when I was very young. And I'll get into that a little bit later. But at some point in life, I understood and I realized that discipline and consistency will take me further than anything else. Any God gifted talent that I may have received, any hand me down that might come my way, like nothing beats hard work, discipline, consistency. It doesn't. And that's why I wanted to make this podcast. I was reflecting during some hard times, doing some shit that I didn't really want to do. And I told myself, man, you have to do this. You have to grind. You have to get in there. And honestly, the podcast game is something that I've been wanting to do for some time. And like most, maybe thinking that, who am I to start a podcast? Or I don't have the time, or I don't have the equipment. I don't have the money, whatever it may be. But it was all bullshit because at the end of the day, I'm convinced that the only thing that sets the best podcaster in the world, separates them from me, is their discipline, their consistency. They show up. They've been showing up. And that's why you know them. That's why you love them. And because they've been disciplined, because they've been showing up, they perfected their craft. Now they're really better than me. And I get that. But this is day one. This is where we start with the Discipline Diaries. So tune in, man. Rock with me as we grow, because I promise you, we will grow. There's no other option, guys. And that's what you got to get in your mind, that there is no other option. I can't stand a plan B. Fellas, yeah, not that plan B, but a plan B. You feel what I'm saying? Now, what I mean by that is, like, I tell my kids, what do you want to do in life? You know what you want to do in life? If you truly know what you want to do in life, then pursue that. Pursue that as though there is no plan B. Those who settle, man, those who have a backup plan, they settle for that backup plan, right? As soon as shit gets hard, it's all right. I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna go push some pencils at a desk. No, that's not what you wanted to do. You wanted to be an influencer. You wanted to play in the NFL. You wanted to be a figure skater, whatever it may be. You wanted to do that. Stick with it. Be true to it. Right? Now, I'll tell you my journey. A young kid, man, I grew up in the hood. My family, blue collar. My pops was a salesman. He did just well enough for us to have a nice little house in the middle of the hood. I had a couple figures in my life that showed me that you can make it without doing some shit that's going to get you in jail or dead one day. So once I understood that, And a lot of my homies, they didn't see that. They didn't have that person in their lives. They didn't have that aspect. They weren't able to travel at such a young age like I was and see that there's more than just Kansas City, right? Killer City. There's more than just the block that we grew up on. And I'm truly blessed to have that experience and that opportunity, man. My uncle David Thomas, he just retired. Kudos to him, man. He's been in the education game for a long time. He was a professor at Harvard, and then he became the dean of the business school at Georgetown, went back to Harvard, and then became the president of Morehouse University, and has been the most successful president there in its existence, which is amazing. But he is someone who inspired me at a really young age. And I can truly say without him, who knows where I would be. And it probably wouldn't be a good look, to be honest with you. But because of that, I knew that there was more out there for me. So I went chasing. I went to go do that. And of course, young cat coming out the hood, I figured the only way to really make it was to play ball. So football was my thing. That was my vehicle at the time. I went to college. I played ball, 4-year starter, man, All-American. I did my thing, but I was injury prone. I got hurt. Me and my lady, my wife, we had our first daughter at 19. 19. That was crazy. I thought my life was over. And I think many of us, we go through situations in life where at that moment we think it's the worst thing. There's no way to come back from this shit type of situation. And a lot of times, most of the times, it's not true. It's not true. There unfortunately will be other things that are heavier, right? That are worse, that put us in a worse position. But still, through that, we're going to make it. We're going to make it through. There's going to be better days. It's just perseverance. It's discipline. It's consistency. It's getting back on a horse. When that bitch knock you off, you got to jump back on it. And that's what I've learned, man. I've been through a lot. And before I was 26, man, again, first kid, got pregnant. Then my wife got pregnant with twins. My mother got diagnosed with breast cancer. My father passed away. I went through a lot by the time I was 26 years old. And I had to grow up and be a man. One thing that was instilled in me was that you're going to be a good father. It's just what Thomas men do. I got a little baby. I got twins. Like, how in the hell am I going to take care of a family? Like, I'm still a kid. When I look back on it, I'm still a kid taking care of a kid. Kids. And that was absolutely nuts to me. That was crazy. But I had to figure out a way to do it. So the corporate ladder, right? My goal, my life at that point, it went from football. In college, I got my certification in personal training. I got my degree in sports management. It was a physical education major with a business minor. So in my mind, I was going to be a sports agent. I was going to run my own gym. I was going to be a GM of some school, an athletic director, something of that nature. That was the game plan. And I started training out of college. But then when the wife got pregnant with twins, it was like, how in the hell am I going to feed this family on a personal trainer salary? This unpredictable pay. I didn't think it was possible. So I was like, yo, I got to get a big boy job. I got to put on a suit and tie. I got to get all fitted up and go sell and do some shit like that. So I joined Enterprise, the Green Giant. Yo, for all of my folks who know anything about working for Enterprise, you know it is one of the hardest jobs, most demanding jobs that you will ever get out of college, right? Their thing is they hire college athletes, former college athletes. And why? They know that we're coachable. They know that we know what discipline is, that we know what hard work feels like. So when they have us working 60 hours a week, washing cars in suit and ties, walking in and out, snow, sleet, rain, trying to sell folks, right? Trying to compete to be at the top of the sales ladder. They know it's in us. It's in our blood. Now, it ain't for everybody. Everybody didn't make it. Trust me. But they breed those type of people. They want those type of people. And it's smart. And it's what I try to do in my business now. I get it. But that taught me a lot about running a business. It taught me a lot about sales. In the midst of it, I was still training on the side, still doing my thing because it just was where my heart was. And of course, the more I advanced in Enterprise, I went from rental to the leasing department, working in the corporate aspect of things. And the further I got into that, the more my true dreams started slipping away, right? The less training that I was doing, the more suit and ties that I started wearing. And I look good in a suit and tie, believe it or not. But it's not where my heart was. So after 8 years of being with Enterprise, there came a shift in the business that I was just like, yo, I absolutely hate this. And you know how I figured that out? Is every Sunday, I absolutely hated Sundays. Like Saturday night, I would think, fuck, tomorrow's Sunday. Why? Because after Sunday, there's then Monday, and I got to go back to work, and I do not want to go back to work. And if you go to work every day with that feeling in your gut, with that hatred in your heart, that is not where you're supposed to be. That is not what you're supposed to be doing. I'm going to tell you that right now. So whatever it is you truly want to do, and you may not know, you just need to start trying some shit. But I can tell you that is not a place for you. And unfortunately, a lot of people do that. A lot of people are working jobs that they never intend on. They don't like. They just getting a paycheck. They're just surviving. And I get it. I've been there. You got to do shit you got to do, right? But that's not how you live life, because we only live one of them as far as we know. I get it, right? I believe in a higher power, but I don't know what's after this. I don't know. Maybe I'm chilling in the heavens and there's a whole nother thing, or I don't know if I just take on the same person, the same life, if I'm reincarnated. I don't know. I don't know. You don't know. You really can't tell me. I do know that I'm here right now. I know that you're here right now. So make the best of it. And the older I get, the more I realize that. And the more I'm not about the bullshit. I'm not about what feels good, what other people are doing. I'm about what I want to do, what makes me feel good. And I encourage you to do the same thing. When I got that gut feeling, when I got that punch of this ain't what you need to be doing, Jess, I had to have a convo with the wife. Yo, hey, what do you think if I went back and trained full time? And to my surprise, she was like, let's do it. Go ahead. And mind you, I'm the sole provider for a family of 6 at this point now, because now we have another little one. We got 4 kids. It's me and her. I'm the only one working because she's at home taking care of the babies. Like, this is a gamble. This is a big role, right? I could quit my job and go to another gig, another corporate gig. I can go to pharmaceutical sales or something like that, that again is going to pay good money. But I just knew that it wasn't for me, right? I want to be able to wear cut off sleeves and shorts and tank tops to work. I want to be able to work out and hang out and talk to the homies and make a living, not typing on the computer and kissing people's ass. That's just not who I am. It's not what I wanted to do with my life. And again, if she would have said, babe, I don't think that's the play, honestly, I wouldn't have moved forward with it. Because again, she's counting on me, they're counting on me. Like, hell, what if I jump into this and I fall on my face? What do we do now? We end up on the streets. We got to move back in with our parents. So like, what then? But she gave me the green light, man. And when I jumped in, there was no turning back. There was no turning back. There was no net. And some people are blessed to have that net, and some people trick that shit off. But those that like really gotta grind, really gotta get it out the mud, like when you have the opportunity, you make the best of it. You have to make the best of it. And that's what it was. I look at folks like, man, like The Rock. The dude at one point, man, Miami Hurricane, my guy had $7 in his pocket at the point that he decided to go all in on wrestling and turn his life around. Nuts. You look at cats like Kobe Bryant, who 4 a.m. is in the gym working out, getting it in. You hear so many stories about Kobe Bryant's work ethic, his discipline to be the best, to perfect the craft, how it took him that far. Like, it's amazing. Nipsey Hussle, the marathon, it was a grind. He knew it was a grind. Even going back, if you're old head like me, Master P, selling CDs out of his trunk, starting No Limit Records, like that is discipline on every level, on every level. And I'm not saying that I'm these guys. I'm saying that discipline is what took these guys that far. And I learned that. I studied that. I study that now. And I see that the most successful people in life, man, they have this intense focus, this intense separation of perfectionism. They want to be the best. We'll never get it, but they want to be the best. And it takes discipline to do that. So you got to wake up, man, and you got to bring it every single day. So I started contractor training, picking up my own clients, paying another gym to let me use space and do my thing and build up my clientele. And I use those sales tools that I learned at Enterprise to sell my own clients, right? Training is a sales game. And that's one thing too, is like for all of my trainers out there, for all of you young trainers out there who think you want to be trainers, understand that it is not just about knowing exercise, physiology, right? It's not just about working out. It is a sales game. If you don't know how to get in front of people and sell yourself to individuals, then you will not be successful at this, right? You cannot just count on 24-hour Genesis, whatever, to give you clients. If you want to really be successful, you got to be able to get in front of a camera, right? Especially now today in our society with social media. But you got to be able to get in people's face and tell them why they should work with you, right? Why they're going to benefit from being with you. And I find a lot of young trainers that I bring on in my gym, they don't have it. They don't have that. Now, the ones that still have good work ethic, they do well with me because I'm going to give them clients. And as long as they take care of them, they can still build. If they can hold their retention, they can build their book of business. But yo, if you're lacking in any other aspect, you will not make it. This game is not for you. But I say that to say again, I went through it, man. I climbed the ladder. I built my book of business, and it came to a point where, all right, now what are you going to do? Are you going to keep training forever? Like, you can't be 60, like, on the floor. What are you going to do? I went in with some guys, man, and we bought a gym. We bought an existing gym. We took it over. And I'll leave the guys' names out of it, but I'll tell you like this, man. In the first 3 months, one of them dipped out. So now there's only two of us, which is cool. I'm cool with it. Like, I ain't no hard feelings. I knew the guy, I knew how he was. I actually really expected it. So there was no hard feelings. I now don't have to split profits 3 ways. I'm okay with that. Now, the remaining business partner and myself, we had a big problem. That problem was him. Like, I don't know how to put it any other way, but I'm a very direct person. I think I'm very laid back and chill. I expect certain things from you, and you expect certain things from me. And when they're laid out on the table and you don't follow through, that's a problem for me. And we just kept having issues and issues. And eventually I had to put my foot down and say, hey, man, it's either me or you. Either I go or you go, right? You buy me out or I buy you out, but there's no way that I'm staying in business with you. This just will not work. Our first year, we were not profitable. He wasn't willing to take any risks. He didn't want to spend any money on ads or marketing. It was like the field of dreams. If you build it, they will come type shit. No, that is not it, my man. Like, we have to go hunt. We have to go work and find people and bring them in this gym or we will die. And my family depends on this. His family did not. He had a full-time job, and that was the other difference, like I said. But those who have to get it out the mud, they depend on this shit, they're going to work hard, right? They got no choice. Now, they might not know what they're doing, but they going to work hard at whatever it is you tell them, like, hey, this is the game plan. This is the play. With him, it didn't matter to him. He already had money. His family was straight. So that was the biggest conflict that we had, man. And long story short, I ended up buying him out. And after that, things went up, man. I'm truly blessed. I cannot lie. We had some folks that left with him who, in my heart, betrayed me as well. They told me that they would rock with me, and I didn't ask. It wasn't a homecoming, like, vote type of thing, who you going with, me or him type of situation. But these were people trainers, gym members who could clearly see the writing on the wall as far as his work ethic and how often he was here and the work he was putting in. And that told me, hey, Jesse, I'm rocking with you. Like, when y'all actually split ways, like, I'm here. And then poof, they weren't here anymore. Now, If I was a petty person, I would really hold that resentment and that grudge and all of that. But over the last, which is crazy because this is now 5 years ago, I'd say over this last year, I don't know how many of those individuals have either tried to come back and work out here, work here, or just simply apologize to me. And that means a lot, right? That means a lot. That tells me that I wasn't tripping, that it wasn't me. And that they finally realized like who he was, what kind of person he was. And that's what I hold true to who I am, man. Like I said, I'm a real guy. I'ma always keep it a buck with everybody. And I just expect the same thing from everybody else. I can get along with the best of them. I have no reason to not like you unless you give me one. And I think it goes the same way, man. But yeah, so over the last 5 years, I've been building this thing by myself. Actually, we'll be on year 7 in March. And when I say by myself, not truly by myself, right? I got a team. My lady has held me down. I got some amazing trainers in my gym now, and I am truly blessed, like beyond. I can't even tell y'all. I'm still building. I'm looking to scale and bring on more people, and it's an awesome feeling. All right, because back when I started this thing, I could have never imagined like being able to run it by myself. Because you don't know what you don't know. I never ran a gym before. I never, what? Again, I ran a team. I led a team at Enterprise. Like I knew how to manage people. I knew how to sell, but I never actually ran a facility, a gym. So there's a lot of stuff that you have to learn. And I understand why they say it takes 10 years to be an expert at anything you do. I've been training for over 15 years. I've been doing sports performance training and helping people lose weight and transform. So that I consider myself one of the best. I'm not going to say I'm an expert or a guru or the greatest, but I am better than most. But when it comes to like still running a business, I'm still learning. And that's why I say I'm a student of the game, right? I'm always trying to learn more. Even on a training aspect, I'm always constantly trying to learn more. But the systems, the processes, how to treat people, how to deal with certain situations that arise, you can only learn these things through experience and years of it. And you just got to hope that you can muster it and stick it through. Like I told you, and today I wanted to reflect because I'm 39 years old now and I'm going through a midlife crisis. I'm trying to figure out who I am. I'm trying to figure out what do I need to do to achieve the things that I want for myself, for my family, for my community in a short time. When I think about it, man, my pops was very young when he passed away. Looking at my family history, and you might be able to say that I might have 15, 20 years now, hopefully because I've been working out and taking care of my body better than the generations before me have. Hopefully I got more behind me, but it's scary to think that maybe I don't. So the time that I talked about, the money that I talked about, being able to take care of the people that I love the most, like those are the things that I want to achieve and I want to achieve them soon. So it starts with doing things like this, by showing up and being consistent with this discipline diary. You guys supporting and helping me push this thing. So I plan on bringing you gems every single week, man. All right. And it's just going to be those internal conversations that I have with myself, those things that I don't want to do, those things, those lessons that I've learned that I want to pass on to you guys. Because again, it doesn't matter if it's fitness, if it's relationships, if it's business, if you can build discipline behind all of it, the sky's the limit. Because most people just aren't consistent. Most people just don't fucking show up. So if you're the person that's constantly showing up, you're constantly in their face, man. You're constantly saying thank you for their business. They're going to keep coming back. They're going to keep wanting more. And that's what I hope to give you guys with Discipline Diaries, man. So tap in with me. Understand this is what we got. This is what we're going to do. I want to know who out there is an 80s baby. Who's an 80 baby rocking, right? Who grew up in the 2000s, right? Where we was in high school kicking it, listening to Nelly, where like it was Rock Nation in the building. AI with the crossover. I wore number 3 because I wanted to be just like him. That's when I thought I was gonna be a ball player when I first started. And then I wore number 7 because I wanted to be Michael Vick when I started playing football heavy and started becoming a quarterback. Right. So After I lost my two business partners, a lot of it fell on me. I had to learn how to be the janitor. I had to learn how to be the GM. I had to learn how to be the head trainer. I had to do a lot of it on my own. There was a lot of sleepless nights. There was a lot of conversations in rooms just like this by myself, no cameras on, talking to myself about how are you going to get out of this hole, Jesse? Your business wasn't profitable last year. What are you going to do? Are the people going to come back? Where are they at? What's going on? Tough times like that, man, it'll really show who you are, right? Because you're either going to fold, you're going to go find your little 9 to 5, go get a job at Mickey D's, or you're going to stick it through and persevere and figure it out. But at the end of the day, it came down to the discipline. You have to do these things. You have to do the boring shit. You got to do the things that nobody wants to do, right? Answer the phone calls. Again, be the janitor. Go knock on doors. Build relationships. Small talk. Networking meetings. All of that stuff that I absolutely hate. I admire you. I really can't stand small talk. I really like networking meetings I don't like. But I joined networking groups and I was in them for years when I first started this thing because I know I needed the help. I had to grow. I had to get the word out somehow. I didn't know how to utilize Facebook at the time, Facebook ads and all of that. I had to learn that. There was a lot of stuff that I didn't know, and I was doing it by myself. And when you feel like you're an entrepreneur, man, it don't matter, right? Being a husband, like being a man, taking care of a family, you feel isolated at times. You feel like you're all by yourself. And it's one of the toughest things to go through when things aren't going your way, when the money isn't flowing, when the family isn't happy, when the customers aren't showing up. It's one of the loneliest places to ever be. And I've been there a few times because this industry has a lot of ebbs and flows, right? There's a lot of ups and downs and a lot of seasonal stuff that when you're first starting off, you don't really realize, right? A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of adults disappear in the summertime when it comes to fitness. And I think a lot of young people, I mean, myself, think that's weird. Why are they not in the gym? Because they tried to work all winter so they can hang out all summer. They want to be in the sun. They want to go on vacation. They want to be by the pool. They want to go to happy hour. They don't want to be in the gym. But when it's cold and it's hibernation time or it's bulking season, then they come back. And for me, not having, again, a facility, not really going through that before, even the first couple years, even after the first year, the second year, I still didn't get, I'm like, where did everybody fucking go? What's going on? So adapting to that, learning those things, understanding those things, it can put you in a really dark spot because you just don't know the unknown. As an entrepreneur, you don't know where the money's coming from every month. And it's concerning. It's scary when you're first starting off. So I had those moments. Now I want to talk about the real shift. When it goes from surviving to leading. When your discipline actually makes you creditable. It makes you somebody that people want to talk to, people want to listen to, people want to take advice from. And I have a small community, which I'm still trying to build on. But I can now say again, being an old head, 39, I'm officially unk, that people do consider me a leader. They look up to me in certain aspects of my life, especially this fitness game. I'm 39. I think I look damn good. It's because I'm disciplined. I'm consistent. My eating habits, my working out, I show up. I'm not somebody who just talks about it. And that's the difference. They see me show up every day and do my job. I work hard at my job. And then I do the other things that make me look the part as well. And that is one thing that blows my mind. Like, you want to be sought after. You want to be a trainer, per se, but you don't take care of your body. You want to be a trainer, but you don't work out. You want to be a trainer, but you don't work on your sales pitch. Like, you don't do the things that say you want this thing. Whatever you want to do, like, you have to live that. You have to be that person before you actually become that person. That's how it works. But over the years, man, I've built the credibility and people now listen. My kids are some of the fastest kids in the region, not the city, not the state, in the region. So when we talk about speed, I think people now realize, like, oh shit, he does know what he's talking about. It's not just genetics. Like, now his students, right? He coaches all Americans. He coaches cats that are playing in NFL now. Like, he has a track record. He's showing up. He's consistent. He's credible. And that can take you a long way. Fatherhood, leading by example, right? That's showing up. That's being disciplined. Okay. Not just telling them, yo, eat your broccoli and you not eat yours, right? Save your money and you not save yours, right? Work out, get in shape and you not work out and get in shape yourself. You have to show up. You have to show the discipline. You have to be the leader, because that's what happens, right? When you're disciplined first, when you make those things happen, then you become creditable and then they listen to you. I can't tell you how many dads walk into this gym and say, man, I need your help, man. My kid, I try to work out with him. I try to show him I used to be an athlete, but they don't want to listen to me no more. I honestly don't know what that feels like. I'm blessed to say that, but my kids, they listen to me because I'm creditable. Like, they know this is what I do. I train athletes. I was an athlete, a high performing athlete, and I still do it. They still, at 39, I'm still running and jumping and doing all the things. They see it. And they were young enough. I had them young enough that they actually got to see me play arena ball and flag football and be a bodybuilder on stage. Like, they seen it. So it's the credibility. Your kid doesn't listen to you because they don't see the credibility. They don't see the effort, the discipline that you put in. And I'm sure you had it back in the day. But to them, that was back in the day. They don't, ain't no film. You ain't showing them the receipts, dog. You gotta show them the receipts. It's the only way your kids are gonna listen to you in any aspect. Like, you not gonna take financial advice from a broke motherfucker. You're not gonna do it because there's no credibility there. So we have to make sure that we show up and do those things so we can be that person to the people that we care about the most. And it starts with discipline. I'm here to give you guys some knowledge, some gems on what helped me turn that key over and find that discipline. Because of course there were times in my life when I was younger that I didn't have it. I was a chubbier, bigger kid growing up, right? And I even slipped in my adulthood too when I got done with football because I didn't understand nutrition. I wasn't keeping up with working out. I was having a full-time job with just starting an enterprise, working 60 hours a week. There were times in my life where I was in a rough patch, a rough spot, but I know what got me back to where I am today. And that's what I want to help show you and teach you along the way. So stick with me, baby. This is just the first one, man. I appreciate y'all learning a little bit about who I am and my journey, man. Y'all stick with me, and I promise you, we're going to go somewhere together. Discipline Diaries, baby.